Sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, Dhammang Saranang Gacchami, Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. Dutiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Dutiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Dutiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampi Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampi Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. Sadhu, sadhu. Let's go to the first reading today. A beautiful set of verses preached by or spoken by a great Arahant, little Arahant, at the age of 7. How old are you? No one is below than 7. Okay, let's listen to the story of this 7-year-old Arahant enlightened monk. Okay, who is going to read first?
I can read, Bhante.
Okay, Arjun.
Yes. Theravada 7.4. The verses of Arahant Sopāka. 480. The shadow of the Buddha's hut fell on his walking path. The best of men, the Buddha, was doing walking meditation there. I went up to him. I worshipped him, the best of men, the Buddha.
Okay, let me add something here. So here, this monk Sopāka saw the Buddha doing walking meditation, and actually we were fortunate enough to see that exact place where Buddha was doing this walking meditation in the monastery of Jeta's monastery in Savatthi. And I think some of the Kalyanamitas here also saw that exact place where Buddha was practicing walking meditation. And so it just came to my mind when we reading this and listening to this. This is that place that we saw. Do you remember?
Yes, Bhakti, we remember.
We saw that place where Buddha practiced walking meditation. Yeah. So this is happening at that exact place. So this Bhante, this monk, is following behind the Buddha, worshipping the Buddha. Okay, Arjuna, you want to continue?
Amen, Bhante. 481. I arranged in my robe, putting it over one shoulder. Placing my hands together, I too started walking behind the Buddha, the one who is freed from defilements, the best of all beings. 482. The Buddha, who is extremely skilled in answering questions, asked me questions. At that time, I was not scared or terrified at all to answer. I answered all the questions. 483. The Tathagata Buddha was pleased at the way I answered the questions. Looking at the community of monks, the Buddha said this about me.
Very good. We rejoice in your reading.
Sounds.
Another Kalyanamitta to continue reading?
I can read one thing.
Okay.
The people of Anga and Magadha offer robes, food, resting places, and medicine to this young monk, Sopāka. This young Sopāka uses them. It's a great gain for those people. Those people, having seen this young monk, get up from their seats and pay respect to him. It's a great gain for those people. Those people have Dhamma discussions with this young monk. It is a great gain for them. 485. Dear Sopāka, from today onwards, you should come to see me. Dear Sopāka, just your answering of my questions is your higher ordination. 486. I was just 7 years old when I received higher ordination. I too attained the triple knowledge. See the excellence of this Dhamma.
Sadhu.
These
Sadhu.
verses were sadhu.
We rejoice in your reading. So he was just 7 years old when he received higher ordination, Upasampada. He became a higher ordained monk. And he attained the triple knowledge when he was 7 years old. What is the meaning of triple knowledge? Knowledge of
Previous lives.
mm-hmm.
Knowledge of the passing away.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3, rebirth of living beings according to their karma. And the knowledge of the destruction of all the taints.
Yeah, that is called the triple knowledge. Knowledge to see past lives, knowledge to see karma, and knowledge to see the destruction of all defilements. He was very fortunate. And what is the name of that Arahant monk?
Arahant Sopāka.
Sopāka. Do you know? So Buddha asked questions, right? Asked me questions. At that time, I was not scared or terrified at all to answer. I answered all the questions. Are you curious to know the questions and answers? They are here. If you go to, and by the time he was like answering those questions, he was already an Arahant, enlightened monk. Think about this wisdom. And if you like to find answers, you go to suttafriends.org, and then you go to Kuddakapata. Let's see if we can find the answers. Maybe you have to go to the suttacentral.net, and we go to the Kuddaka Nikaya, the minor collection, and we go to the Kuddakapata. Yeah, so that is here. The questions to the boy, it's translated like that. So what are the questions? First question. What is
said
said to be
one?
one? Answer?
All beings subsist on food.
Sabbe satta aharatthitika. All beings subsist on food. That answer was the Buddha asked the question, and that 7-year-old Arahant monk answers. And the second question, Buddha asks, what is said to be two? And the little monk answers, Nama Rupa, mind and body, or mentality and materiality. Answer. Buddha asks again, what is said to be three? Answer. Three feelings, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. Again, Buddha asks, what is said to be four? Answer.
The Four Noble Truths.
Question, what is said to be five? Answer.
The five constituent groups of mind and body that provide fuel for attachment.
Yes, so the five aggregates or five groups of clinging. Question, what is said to be six? Answer.
The six internal sense spheres.
That means six internal sense bases, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. What is said to be seven? Answer.
The seven factors of awakening.
Satta Bojjhanga. What is said to be eight?
The Noble Path with 8 factors.
Aryo Attangiko Maggo. What is said to be nine?
The 9 abodes of beings.
Navasattavasa. Have you learned about 9 abodes of beings? Navasattavasa? Oh, that's a beautiful thing to learn. Buddha realized about 9 places where beings are born according to their what do you call the behavior or the attainments or their lifestyle. So there is a world in this explanation. If you learn about those 9 abodes of beings, you can see ekatta kaya, ekatta sanyi. Buddha realized some beings are born in a world and their bodies are the same look. Everybody looks the same. Ekatta kaya, ekatta sanyi. The way they think, the way they perceive is also the same. Ekatta kaya, ekatta sanyi. And some beings are nanatta kaya, nanatta sanyi. Bodies are different. Their attitudes, thinking, the ways of thinking, perceptions are also different. Example? Bodies are different and
humans.
yeah, human beings. Human beings.
Devas maybe.
Yeah, nanatta kaya, nanatta sanyi. Bodies are different. The look is different, and also their opinions, attitudes, thoughts, perceptions are different. But there is a heavenly world. They have similar kind of bodies. Their perceptions are also similar. So less problems. You know why we have these lots of problems? Because people have different ideas, different opinions, different choices, different wishes. If you think about a house, right? Wife wants something and the husband likes something else. When you go to buy something, different opinions, right? Problems. But in some heavens, they don't have those problems. What is said to be 10? When endowed with 10 factors, he's said to be the worthy. The 10 factors of the enlightened one. There are 10 factors for an enlightened one, starting with Samma Ditti, Samma Sankappa, Samma Vacha, Samma Kammanta, Samma Ajiva, Samma Vayama, Samma Sati, Samma Samadhi, Samma Jnana, Samma Vimutti. 10 factors for an Arahant. For a practitioner, a trainer, 8 factors, 8 noble path. For an Arahant, the Noble Eightfold Path is completed and 2 more are added, Samma Jnana and Samma Vimutti. That's the meaning of the answer. So that is how Arahant Sopāka Bhante answered all the 10 questions, and Supreme Buddha was very happy and awarded him with the higher ordination and said, from today on you are a higher ordained monk. That's powerful good karma coming from past lives to be an enlightened person at the age of 7. We are still struggling. Huh? There is nothing to be conceited. There's nothing to be conceited.
Bhante, a question, Bhante.
Uh-huh.
For the first answer, he answers food. Is that just material food for the body, or is it also food for like the mind? You know, what we
In the
feed.
Dhamma, in the Dhamma, Buddha explains about 4 types of food for the maintenance of the beings who have already born and the beings who are going to be born, the beings who are going to go to a next life, new life. So there are 4 types of food, 4 types of nutriments. That is what is explained there. Not only the physical food that we eat, rice and curry, or is physical, but there are the 3 more.
Thank you, Bhante.
There are different suttas about it. Okay, next thing we are going to read about an Arahant nun, and this was the conversation she had with her father before she became a nun. Do you like to read? This is the conversation. Okay, who is going to read?
I can read, Bhante.
Go ahead. Is it Philip?
270. Yes, it's Philip. Hi, Bhante.
Oh, hi. Kahan there?
Namo Buddhaya, Bhante. I hope you're doing well. 271. Father, my dear daughter, you go to sleep praising monks. You wake up praising monks. You always praise the good qualities of monks. Do you also wish to be a nun? 272. You offer abundant food and drinks to the monks. Rohiṇī, now I ask you, why do you like those monks so much? 273. These monks are inactive, they're lazy, and they live only on what is given by others. They expect things from others and always desire good things. Why do you like these monks so much? 274. Rohiṇī, my dear father, only now, after a long time, you have questioned me about the monks. I will now tell you about their wisdom, virtue, and effort. 275. They are truly active and not lazy. They are the doers of the best actions. They work to abandon desire and hatred. That is why I like the monks. 276. They shake off the 3 roots of evil. They are doers of pure actions. All their evil has been eliminated. That is why I like the monks. 277. Their bodily actions are pure, as are their verbal actions. Their mental actions are also pure. That is why I like the monks. 278. Like pearls, they are spotless and purified internally and externally. They are full of wholesome qualities. That is why I like the monks. 279. They have heard many teachings of the Buddha. They have also memorized them well. They are noble and live in accordance with the Dhamma. They teach the Dhamma and are able to explain the meanings profoundly. That is why I like the monks. 280. They have heard many teachings of the Buddha. They have also memorized them well. They are noble and live in accordance with the Dhamma. They are mindful and possess one-pointedness of the mind. That is why I like the monks.
Sadhu, sadhu. We rejoice in Philip's reading and bless you.
Thank you, Bhante.
Another Kalyanamitta to continue reading.
I can read Bhante.
Okay.
281. They travel in search of faraway monasteries. They are mindful, speak moderately, and are not conceited. They understand the end of suffering, nibbana. That is why I like the monks. 282. If they leave a village, they do not look back longingly at anything. Indeed, they go without longing. That is why I like the monks. 283. They do not store their property in storerooms, or in a pot, or in a basket. They only seek food cooked by families. That is why I like the monks. 284. They do not accept gold, silver, or money. They live satisfied with whatever necessities are available at the time. That is why I like the monks. 285. Coming from various families and places, they have become monks. Nevertheless, they are friendly to one another. That is why I like the monks. 286. The Father. My dear daughter, truly you were born to a family for our benefit. You have confidence in the Buddha and the Dhamma, and have keen reverence for the community of monks. 287. You have indeed recognized the unsurpassed field of merit. When these monks accept our gifts, that offering will bring great benefit to us. 288. Rohiṇī. Dear Father, if you are afraid of suffering, and if suffering is unpleasant for you, you should go for refuge to the Buddha, the one with an unshakable mind, to the Dhamma, and to the community of monks. Observe the precepts which will lead to your well-being. 289. The Father. Yes, my dear daughter, I will go for refuge to the Buddha, to the one with an unshakable mind, to the Dhamma, and to the community of monks. I will observe the precepts which will lead to my well-being. 290. Previously, I was called Brahmabandhu, the relative of Brahmins, because I was born into the clan of Brahmins. But now I am truly a Brahmin. I attained the triple knowledge. I achieved Nibbana. I have mastered the Dhamma. I entered the goodness. I am washed clean. These verses were said by Arahant nun Rohiṇī.
Sadhu, sadhu. We rejoice in your reading. Okay, so that was the confidence and faith of a daughter. What is her name? Rohiṇī. And she became a nun and attained enlightenment. So today we learn two stories. One is about a 7-year-old enlightened monk, and the other one is about an enlightened nun. The name of the monk is Sopāka Bhante, Arahant Bhante Sopāka, and the name of the nun is Arahant nun Rohiṇī. Do you have any questions? First we learn simple things and then slowly we go to deep down.
Hi, Bhante. I have a question. My question is, as a layperson, how can we limit our contact?
It's hard.
It's hard, right? Yeah.
That's my answer. Hard.
Very hard.
Are you happy with the answer?
Thank you, Bante.
So if you really like to have some control of contacts, better you go to monasteries, at least, like, you know, for some retreats, spend some week, like 1 or 2 weeks with Bhantes, and then at least in that way you can have limited contacts, less contacts, and it will refresh your mind when you go back to the society, the ordinary life, and it will give a powerful, there will be a powerful renunciation energy behind you if you do like that. That's why people like to go to monasteries, temples, participate in meditation programs, retreats, and spend time with monks and nuns. They feel that bliss of letting go, renunciation, simplicity, at least for some time, and it stays in their life when they go back to the ordinary life. It helps them to be mindful, to be wise, right?
Yes, thank you, Bante.
Yeah.